Resourceful Designer, episode 200. 100 wise words to designers everywhere.
Welcome to the Resourceful Designer podcast, offering solutions to streamline your graphic and web design business so you can get back to designing. And now, your host. 200 episodes. Wow, that is quite the milestone mark. Keep up the great work and keep hiring me to do these intros. Mark Dickout.
Welcome to the 200th episode of the Resourceful Designer podcast. And no worries, Wayne, you and I will still have plenty of intros to work on together. Now, in celebration of this milestone, as Wayne put it, I'm going to try something a bit different. No, what have I been up to, resource of the week, or even talking about the Resourceful Designer community. Although, if you are interested, you can find out more at resourcefuldesigner.com/community. Nope, for this episode, I'm going to be succinct and to the point as I share 100 wise words with you, in the hopes that some of them will help you grow as a designer and help your business succeed. Now, before I get to my 100 words of wisdom, I would be lack if I didn't take this opportunity to thank you for being a part of my journey in reaching episode 200. Maybe you've been with me since the start, or maybe you've gone back and listened to each and every episode I've put out, and that's a lot of episodes. Or perhaps you discovered this podcast somewhere over the past 4+ years that it's been out, and you picked up from wherever you started and have been listening from there. And it could be that you're a casual listener. You only listen to certain episodes depending on the topic. Or this might be your very first episode of Resourceful Designer. And if that's the case, just be warned that this episode is different than all the rest. But regardless of how long you've been listening to Resourceful Designer, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. Now, I know I say that at the start of every episode, that I appreciate you for tuning in and plugging me in your ears and all of that stuff. But I really am. You are the reason I keep doing this. I love helping designers like you. Now, I feel blessed that I have a successful home-based design business, but I'm not making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and driving fancy cars like some people on the internet claim to be. What I'm making is a comfortable living, doing something I love, and enjoying the freedom of running my home-based design business with nobody looking over my shoulder. And that's what I want for you. If only a small portion of the things that I talk about on this podcast each week help you to become a better designer and a better business person, then I'm a happy guy. I've accomplished what I've set out to do when I published episode 1 of this podcast 4.5 years ago. And I'll keep doing what I'm doing as long as there are people like you who are willing to take the time to listen and the time to grow. So once again, thank you for being a part of my journey in reaching 200 episodes. And now, 100 wise words to designers everywhere. Cue the music. Save your work often. Invest in a comfortable chair. Learn how to give a good handshake. Splurge when buying your computer. It will last you longer. Raise your prices. You're worth more than you think. Look people in the eye when talking to them. Learn keyboard shortcuts. Make time to stretch. Look at application preferences. You may find settings to turn on or off that will make your job easier. If you're not sure how to improve a design, try simplifying it by taking something away from it. Clean your keyboard. Get out of your comfort zone. Password protect your computer and other devices. Never show a client a design you're not proud of. Name your layers. You'll be grateful whenever you revisit your files in the future. Create another user account on your computer and never let anyone use your own. Don't forget to take breaks. Turn off distractions. Avoid open drinks or messy food near your computer. It's called an accident for a good reason. Smile. It releases endorphins, and that's a good thing. Plus, people can hear it in your voice. Charge for it. You do enough non-billable things. Make sure you charge for everything you can. Step back from your work. Literally, stand back several steps. You may notice small details you might otherwise miss. Eat well. A healthy body creates a healthy mind. Creative blocks will happen, and you will get over them. Don't forget to drink. It's harder to concentrate when you're dehydrated. Don't rely on bevels or drop shadows. They rarely make a design better. Know a good lawyer. Hire a good accountant. Find a dedicated place in your home to work. Claim everything you're allowed to on your taxes. Be daring. Trends are started because someone dared to try something no one had done before. Understand the license for whatever you use. Know what it allows you to do and what it doesn't. Empty your trash. Befriend other designers. Trust in your gut. It often knows better than you do. Always use a contract, even for free work. Buy lifetime deals. They're more expensive up front, but they'll save you money in the long run. Proofread. Don't rely solely on spell check. This goes double for headlines. They're where most errors are missed. Take time to exercise. Doodle whenever you can. Always underpromise and overdeliver. Network every chance you get. Get to know your suppliers and contractors. Meet clients face-to-face whenever possible. Keep a list of people with unique skills you may someday have use of. Don't fret about your business name. You can always rebrand yourself. Study the designs of others. It's a great way to learn. Don't steal, but feel free to borrow ideas. It's okay to ask for help. Never stop learning. Decide if you want to market yourself as I or we, and then own it. Diversify. Don't stake your business on a couple of good clients. Repurpose old ideas and unused designs. Find a hobby that is not design related. Get to know your clients. Give criticism constructively. Don't neglect family and friends for the sake of the job. Remember to thank your clients, suppliers, and contractors. Ask for criticism from your peers. It's the best way to grow as a designer. Time your work. You'll be surprised at just how off your guesses are. It's okay to admit you don't know something. Just don't let it stop you from finding out. Use we when discussing a project, where we refers to both you and your client. They're part of it after all. Upgrade whenever you can. Get enough sleep. Have your eyes checked on a regular basis. Consider everything a client tells you as confidential. You only get one chance to make a first impression. Make it count. Apologize beforehand whenever possible. It's much easier than after the fact. Hold yourself to your highest standards. Never discuss a design project over text message. Admit when you're wrong. Find a niche. Don't wear fragrances to client meetings. You want them to remember you, not how you smell. Your biggest competition today is the future designer you will become. Crush that competition. Don't answer emails after business hours. Update your portfolio as often as you can. Don't follow design trends. Use them as inspiration to design something unique. Rules are meant to be broken. Know when to and when not to follow design rules. Be wary of anything free. Work with good lighting. Once you've made your pitch, stop talking. Silence your phone when meeting with clients. The client is always right, except when it comes to design. That's why they hired you. If you don't understand something the client is saying to you, ask before it's too late. Make both short and long-term goals for yourself. As a designer, you can never have too many fonts. Advertise while you're busy so that you'll have less time that you're not. When you find yourself in a creative slump, walk away and refocus. Buy insurance. It's better to be safe than sorry. It's okay to ask a client for their budget. Identify yourself when answering your phone, even if you work alone. Software is but a tool. It's you, the designer, that creates the magic. Using stock imagery as part of your design is acceptable. Using stock imagery as your design is not. It's good practice to have someone else look at your work before showing it to your client. Some clients will like your work, others won't. That's the nature of the design business. Farm out mundane work and concentrate on the fun projects. It's okay to show off work you're proud of. Sometimes you have to let the client go. Be a good listener. And finally, never stop creating. Well, there you have it. 100 wise words to designers everywhere. I know this episode was a little different, but I hope you enjoyed my departure from what I normally put out. Let me know. Leave a comment for this episode at resourcefuldesigner.com/episode 200. Now, before you go, can I ask you a favor? I put a very short survey together that will help me decide the future direction of this podcast. If you have 2 minutes to spare and would like to help out, please visit resourcefuldesigner.com/200 survey. That's 200 survey. And I thank you for your time in filling it out. So that's it for episode 200. I am Mark Decote, once again thanking you for being part of this journey that I took 4.5 years ago and has got me to episode 200. And here's looking forward to the next 200 episode. In the meantime, I wish you all the best with your graphic design business. And as always, I remind you to stay creative.
Thanks for listening to the Resourceful Designer podcast at resourcefuldesigner.com.